his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Guys, back to you.
Ollie, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Hits inside. It's Ncaa. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
Well, in the last 2 plays, they've given this guy the ball, and he's done a really nice job, shown really nice vision. He's gotten what's available to him. He hasn't broken off the 60-yarder quite yet, but he is doing a nice job of putting this offense now in a very manageable 3rd down situation.
Gets the back moving. Quarterback keeper. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. Got to make the play on 4th. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll move the wide receiver. Breaks into the open. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Much more manageable situation for this offense after the penalty. It's 2nd and 6.
Ready. Move 30. Move.
On play action. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jenkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Working the ground game. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Keelan Russell. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long. Containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there.
Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Washington. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Throws for the tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. this offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Trying to squeak through the pile. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And as he throws. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
There he goes. The 40, the 30, at the 20. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Flips it out in the flat. Bust through behind his pad. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And he's brought down after a short gain. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
Right to tight end. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down into the 37.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
They'll give it to Washington. Runs through the tackle. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on third and short from the 29. Motion from the wideout. Straight ahead, it's Nimrod. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Makes the grab past the marker. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Caught in the backfield, it's Kane. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. And they keep him out of the end zone. He's run out of bounds at the 5.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time, and he can throw so many options, but you just see this.
Touchdown, Auburn! He got it, beat down in bounds. On to attempt the try. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Throwing Russell. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes the grab on the big throw. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Russell. Under pressure. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They go play action with Russell. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attack.
is incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start on the ground with Washington. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the Missouri Tigers. And it's the Sooners looking to extend that win streak to 4 in a row. It's one of the better coaching jobs in football right now, and a nice payday could be on the horizon. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Turning it on! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. They'll ride the hot hand. He's got the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable 3rd down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy and he gets you a 1st down and he gets you another 1st down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. The give. Hard running there. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 1st downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a 1st down on every single play they win.
Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground.
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! The extra point here would tie the game.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown run.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Enough to move the chains. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. The play fake. Turns it loose. Finds a man by himself. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Quarterback keep. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now they take the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, the running back has it. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Still looking. Lets it fly. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Leaves it in his belly. He's past the sticks. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. And after that play, there is a Tiger who has yet to get up. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. Getting deep in the 3rd quarter, minute and a half to go here. Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Getting deep in the 3rd quarter here. Clock stopped with a minute and a half to go. Russell. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down.
It's a draw. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you're going to fly upfield every single play. We'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Now here's Russell. Complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
Fourth down, Russell. Complete out of the backfield. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
Got the first down, breaks into the open. Touchdown time! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. That's his third score of the game, and he's up to double figures with 10 on the season. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way. Knocked it right down the middle.
Number 45, set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Brown will throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Sells to fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Oh, pressure's coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Slips through the line. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll run it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Neither of these teams cracking the top 25 as we are in the final week of the season. Let's take a look at where things stand right now. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking for running room. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Working that left side now. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He just keeps moving. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now, 1st and goal.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look at the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
They're all over it. And it's a sack.
Pass. Now we're to the 3rd and goal. You'd like to see this part of the field where you can exert some of that physicality, run the football. I know you're doing it. I know the field shrinks, but I'm going to be tougher than you, more physical than you. I'm going to run the football down your throat.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Russell on play action. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
I think you've seen 2 plays back-to-back now with poor pass protection. Guys have to do a better job. You've got a golden chance here to put a touchdown on the board. In 2 consecutive plays, they can't protect the QB.
And he got it! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. The defense able to hold them to a field goal on that last drive, and now this offense will try to answer, and they need a touchdown. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Off play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And imagine the defense in this scenario, right? You're up by 1 possession. You need to get to the quarterback. You've got to affect him. You're going to blitz or you're going to try to win one-on-one up front. They did it that time, hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Rush is on. He slides past the 1st down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
How about that critical moment in the 4th quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the 1st down. That's a big-time play in the 4th quarter by this quarterback.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Brown wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. Left side is Singleton. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
139 Albatross. 139 Albatross.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Snaps on 4th down. Look out. Fires on the move. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. There he goes. He's at the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Alabama! They tack on a little extra here in the fourth and just about set to break this long losing streak.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
So here comes the Auburn offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been...
Gonna let it fly. Snags it on the right. He's loose. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Auburn.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This drive will open from the 15. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Wide receiver going in motion. He'll pull it down. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Auburn calls it second of 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Calls his own number. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Now the Tigers will spend their third and final timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Now on the move. Knew he had to get to that marker, and the defense wasn't having it, stopping him a yard short.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Snowed under by the defense.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
What a way to pick up the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock when you need to get into scoring position. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. Brown will throw it. Big guy smells it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Last chance coming up. Fires into the end zone. Last chance, and he's got it! He's got it for the touchdown! And they can send it to overtime with the kick, or do they dare try to win it here?
What an unbelievable play. No time on the clock. Score. Now this place is going bananas and it's decision time. I could go for two here. Go for the win at home, crowd behind me, or kick the PAT and go into overtime.
He's looking to throw. He's got it. They convert the two, and they take the lead here in the fourth. Since 1893, this game has meant more to the fans in the state of Alabama than any other sporting event, and the toilet paper will fly at Toomer's Corner. The Eagles will